The first habit to convey confidence is synchronized speaking. This means using your gestures to match what you say. Here's an example from Hrithik Roshan. Notice how much his gestures add to what he's saying.
I'm so used to these larger than life emotional arcs of a character.
Gestures like this will make you come across as confident because they make you congruent. Congruency shows that you believe in what you're saying, and that communicates trust and authenticity in an interaction. Another benefit of speaking like this is when you feel nervous, your focus will shift from your mind, which is probably overthinking anyway, to your body, and that will reduce your feelings of nervousness and calm you down. But if you don't do this well, you will either look stiff or you will just be flailing your arms around randomly. So here's how you can apply this in your life. For quiet people, there is always the problem that you will get cut off by the louder people in the group. So when you're pausing, be mid-gesture. That way, everyone will know you're still speaking, so you won't have to worry about raising your voice to get attention back.
I remember when I was crying as Rohit, there was a certain voice that came out, and that became a bit of that became Rohit's normal voice.
But perhaps the best way to use gestures is to show what you mean instead of saying what you mean. Watch how he shows an arc here.
Many a times I wanted to create the arc of Patty as a larger arc.
And now watch how he shows the idea of a territory here.
So no one enters the area where I'm walking.
Yeah.
I'll kind of like mark the territory. I'll take over one entire corner of one set, and then that no one can enter that space. And I just keep walking around.
Sticking with the theme of what to do with your body, the fastest way to boost confidence in an interaction is to prioritize physical comfort. At the most basic level, this means make sure you're sitting comfortably in a way that is natural. But most people don't understand why this is important. It's not because it's a body language trick. Comfort is important because your body influences your mind and thoughts.
If my body language is that of Akbar, I'm the emperor, my thoughts will change. My thoughts will get more powerful. So the reverse psychology is something that we all should try. It works like magic.
Physical discomfort will directly translate into mental discomfort, and that will destroy your confidence. Whenever you feel physical discomfort, remember this framework. Acknowledge, accept, adjust. You notice the discomfort, you accept that it's normal, and then you make the necessary changes to remove it. At the most basic level, this means adjusting how you sit. But it also means that if you've been stuck in traffic for an hour and you're exhausted mentally, you take 5 minutes to stretch and calm down before an important date or a presentation. It can also mean you ask to switch places because you're facing the sun and it's distracting you. These small changes will have a massive impact on the confidence you project. I've made a very short, actionable guide on how you can learn to speak with confidence. It's in the description below. Make sure to check it out. I think you'll like it. This brings us to what to say in a conversation. Best way to be confident in a conversation is to speak in statements. Speaking in statements instead of questions conveys that you're comfortable enough to speak your mind in a conversation. Here, Hrithik's acting coach is talking about his movie. Watch how instead of asking a question, he responds with a statement.
बहुत पुश्तैनी बनानी है, लाइफ में इम्प्लीमेंट करना है.
I have a feeling you're meant for this. You're meant for something greater.
Speaking in statements will also prevent situations where you talk for a few minutes, then you run out of topics and you start talking awkwardly about the weather or traffic. Here, from the same conversation, watch how his coach is talking about his time at the Film and TV Institute, but instead of asking him a follow-up question, he responds with a statement.
But my mahal, my colleagues, my seniors, they taught the same thing.
There is a very good phrase that goes, which I believe in, that there are no bad actors in the world. Just bad casting.
So how can you start doing this? The easiest way to do this is to comment on the environment. Talk about what you see around you. Watch how Hrithik does this when he sees a poster of Koi Mil Gaya.
Why does this always happen? Why does it always happen that when you look back 20 years, you say to yourself, what the hell was I thinking?
This is also the simplest way to start a conversation. You don't have to have an amazing opening line. Most people start like this, gradually get comfortable and then open up. Obviously, talking about the environment will get boring after a few minutes. So switch between topics using I remember. I'm aware that the walk needs to look a certain way. I'm aware that I need to bring grace into it. I remember when I was walking for Fighter in my introduction. It started like when I was walking, I started feeling, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I had to build in some story about it.
I look at Unni, I look back at him, we exchange a smile. That kind of fuels the next few.
You don't have to explicitly say the words I remember. Just say what the existing topic makes you think of. Another way to transition is to bring up another topic. Watch how Ritik switches topics of conversation here.
I didn't really complete the last question.
Please, go ahead.
You don't have to have the perfect transition in these situations, but let's say you can't think of a statement to make. The easiest thing to say in those situations is to summarize what the other person was saying.
So you're attributing your fearlessness to your genes, not genes that passed a generation, skipped your dad and came into you.
Summary statements will help you avoid awkward silences, and they will also make the other person feel understood, and you will be able to form a deeper connection with them. But if you want to make an amazing connection with someone in a way that they will like and remember you, the easiest way to do that is to give them an amazing compliment that doesn't make you look like a tryhard. If you'd like to learn how to do that, click the video on screen now.